Welcome back, everybody, to the last and final episode of The Masked Teacher. As you all know, I'm Lexi.
And I'm David. Today, the next 3 voted off contestants will be revealed.
The Barnyard is sure losing a good one, David, and we are sad to see you go. Goodbye, Pig.
Hi, everyone. It's your brownie making, Hannah Montana watching, pizza eating, pink loving Pig coming at you from her recent elimination. Even though girls just want to have fun, nobody's perfect, and this Pig can't sing. One final clue for you all. I may not have ever watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy, but I did watch every episode of Breaking Bad multiple times. Perhaps it's because I have more in common with Walter White, the chemistry teacher, than Dr. Meredith Grey.
I'm surprised that Miss Ochoa has never seen an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Like, I feel like everybody has seen Grey's Anatomy. No?
No, I have not seen Grey's Anatomy.
You've never seen like a clip before or like anything?
I've seen a commercial for it, like an ad for it, but I've never seen an episode of Grey's Anatomy, not a clip. I haven't walked into a room when it was playing. Breaking Bad, yes, I've seen Breaking Bad.
I haven't seen that. David, what about you? Grey's Anatomy, yay?
Nay.
Nay?
Nope, I've seen it.
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay.
Don't worry, Miss Reimold, I'm with you on this one.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm really surprised that was Miss Ochoa. I don't think any of us guessed that, right? Like, I don't remember from round 1 if we thought that the Pig was Miss Ochoa, but that one was way off. I don't know how many strikes that is for me, but it far exceeds 3, I'm sure.
That apparently it just wasn't good enough.
I was so surprised you guys did not guess Mrs. Ochoa. I heard the first 3 words, I was like, Mrs. Ochoa. And I literally wanted to scream it every time, like when you guys were guessing, I was like, Mrs. Ochoa.
All right, the next voted off contestant didn't have enough suction to hold on to this competition. Drum roll, please. The Octopus.
Good afternoon, everybody, if you haven't figured it out by now. I am the octopus. I would just like to thank everyone involved in this amazing production, especially Mr. Morgan, our judges, those folks that have been watching and voting, and all the participants. Wishing the remaining participants good luck in the final round, and wishing all of you a very happy, healthy, safe holiday season. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye!
Hey, the judges got some recognition on that one. Woohoo!
Woo!
I thought that would go through for sure.
I thought that the octopus would go through as well, but more important, I think a number of us guessed D. Rich on that one, so at least we got one right. That feels pretty good. I did happen to notice the little disco light effects that she had going on behind her, like celebrity to the end, I guess.
I too thought it was one of our best performances and thought she would move on, but maybe it's because we all guessed it. And so it was one of the more obvious ones, perhaps, why she's not moving on.
I think last time I guessed Van Gordon, and then somebody in this group, I think it might have been Mr. Wachowski, said, no, there's a little hint of some D-Rich sarcasm or something in there. And then I went back to listen to it. I'm like, oh, right, that is D-Rich.
It was an original song, though. We got to give her some props for that, because she was spot on that.
Agree.
For the last voted off contestant, we won't be held by the wrath of the fire-breathing dragon.
Who am I? Who is the dragon? Is it Bruce Lee? No. It is I, Mr. Wattsman. I entered this contest with 1 goal, which I accomplished. 2 goals, which I accomplished. The first goal was to rickroll as many people as possible, as my life's mission says I must do. And my second goal was to inform any people who may not know what a rom-com is. Apparently that's something some people don't know about.
Mode. He was looked like a professional gamer in that.
Yeah, he's got a full setup. Like he takes remote teaching very seriously.
I think he's trying to get called out.
I think he's a little upset by not moving on.
Yeah, who's evaluating him?
That's me.
Okay. He ripped on me, so point that out.
I mean, in his defense, you didn't know what a rom-com was. I just kind of feel like you should know.
I agree. I thought everybody knew that, but then again, I thought everybody watched Grey's Anatomy too. So I don't know.
All right. Well, let's give a big thanks to Mrs. Ochoa, Mrs. Richardson, and Mr. Wassman for participating, and congrats to making it this long.
Now we will be switching gears to the 4 remaining singers.
Our first act will be taking us to Jurassic Park.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could hug somebody. I know not everybody has got somebody like me, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. When that love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby. But I'm showing you that door. I gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun, baby. I know you're asking me to stay, so please, please, please don't go away, 'cause you're getting me the blues. Maybe you might mean all the words you say. Can't help but think of yesterday and another who tied me down to the lover boy blues. Before this river becomes an ocean, before you pick my heart up off the floor. When our love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby. But I'm showing you that door. I gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun.
Thank you, Giraffe. Judges, do we think George Michael would like that version of his song?
Get that boy some throat lozenges. Man, that hurt. Like,
That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm trying to figure out who it is now. So we got grew up on a dirt road, 85 Buick Century, knocked unconscious on a BMX, had a dog named MacGyver when this person was a kid, a sword from Spain, and Casey Musgraves was one of the favorite artists.
We had guessed Morgan last time. I think that was our general consensus.
Yeah, I threw a distractor out there last time. I think I said Anderson, but God, I'm really struggling right now.
How old do we think Mr. Morgan is, being a person that has said that they're never going to guess people's ages, because that's like a different story for a different time. But how old do you think that he is, just out of curiosity from the judges? What do you think?
Like 75? No?
Tell me, you don't want to get into that group. I don't want to guess.
36.
Yeah, I think
Because-
36, 38.
So he's probably around my age. And like, you know,
That's what we're saying.
No.
No. I'm just saying my first car was a 1987 LeBaron. 1985. That's all that you can actually afford around that time. I'm going with Morgan. I'm still on Morgan.
We actually owned a 1985 Buick Century around that same time, right? I'm a little bit older, and so that was a family car that we had when I was probably getting close to be able to drive. So, yeah, I'll back up the Morgan vote.
I don't know. Here's my vote, the first two, but now I'm trying to think. It sounded like a gruffier voice, but Morgan or Hamlin.
Morgan could have range, though. You never know.
Yeah,
You have some stellar vocal cords.
that was painful. I mean, for the throat. I mean, not to listen.
I was on the Morgan bandwagon, but now I'm going to jump, and I agree with Miss Krynak that I think that's a Mr. Hamlin performance right there.
All right, thank you, judges, and thank you, Giraffe. Let's go to the ferocious lion.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why oh why can't
Lion is out here shocking us all again. And I do have to say, I like the transition from death metal to nice and soothing.
One of the best movies of all time.
I was going to say that was a wizard of a performance there. Really impressive. Yeah, there you go.
Heck of a performance.
Oh, man.
I'm staying with TBR, Burl Rollins.
Yeah?
So am I, because the last one was like Detroit Lions' Other Job. It's that or it's an I don't know, so I'm staying with TBR.
For the kids at home who don't know the initials, why don't you, wait, who are you guys talking about?
BR is Mrs. Brewer Rollins.
Oh.
We do. That's what we call her, though, unfortunately. I think we just got to roll with it, and everybody knows.
Helping all the kids at home understand.
That was some good hostmanship. Well played there, David. I'm gonna go with Brewer Rollins as well. I have some other considerations, but I can't change, and I'll go with the group this time.
All right, thank you, Lion. Let's go to the spooky ghost.
Hast du etwas Zeit für mich, dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihren Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade an mich, dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons und dass sowas von sowas kommt. Luftballons auf ihren Weg zum Horizont. Hielt man vor UFOs aus dem All. Darum schickt eine Bezirk. Da gab ein großes Feuerwerk. Die Nachbarn haben nichts geragt und fühlten sich gleich angemacht. Dabei schoss man am Horizont auf 99 Luftballons. 99 Kriegsminister, Streichholz und Benzinkanister hielten sich für schlaue Leute, witterten schon fette Beute, riefen Krieg und wollten Mark. Mann, wer hatte das gedacht, dass einmal so weit kommt, wegen 99 Luftballons. Wegen 99 Luftballons. 99 Luftballons.
Judges, I have to say, I think I like that version of 99 Red Balloons a lot better. What are your thoughts?
99 red balloons in Pig Latin. That was pretty impressive. Wasn't that what that was? No?
I believe I heard, and I'm going to go with one of our language extraordinaires. I'm going to go with Mrs. Bremer on that one.
You know, I missed last week's. I was mad at myself because she had Amazing Blue Clue in there, and I totally missed it till we were done. But, yeah, I think so too, Don.
Oh, I just got that clue. That's so good. I just figured, well, I mean, I didn't figure it out. You told me, but I'm going to take credit for it like I usually do for your work and say that I figured it out.
What was the clue? What was the clue? I'm trying to remember.
It was related to something about tossing pigs lost in a blue something. I can't read my own writing. I was writing so frantically last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So I feel like it has to be Bremer, and that, I mean, I guess our other German teacher or other teacher certified to teach German is Mr. McMahon, but I don't think that that could be Mr. McMahon since we already saw him eliminated in last week's episode. I also know that I feel like Miss Bremer kind of like threw it. Like maybe she doesn't want to have to do any more performances or something because she went with the German. She told us that she doesn't like French, which is well known if you know Frau Bremer. I don't know. I feel like she went with it's got to be Bremer. Like there's no question in my mind.
Agreed. I'm going with. I wondered, you know, why she moved forward with that, but you're right. Maybe no more videos. A lot of work.
Mr. Giamini, how do you feel that you just told the whole entire world what you really do as our principal?
You mean that I take credit for everybody else's work? I mean, first of all, I am proud of this show, but I wouldn't say the viewership is this whole entire world. Maybe something for us to work toward. But I'd also say I think it's a pretty well-known thing that principals tend to take credit for other people's work. It's our job. Like any high school principal will tell you that's true. Same thing, right? I mean, as you work up the chain, superintendents, they take credit for the work that the principals do. It's how it works. This will probably be my last episode now that I've said that.
That was a good save, Mr. Giamini.
Yeah, that's a good save. I like how Lexi just called you out.
He just fell out of his chair.
Yeah, I feel about you calling me out there, Lexi.
Yeah, I feel Mr. Wachowski and Mrs. Krynick, I feel pretty good about it. So.
All right, well, thank you, gracias, merci, dankeschön, and all the other thank yous and languages to the ghost. And now let's go to the monkey.
Her name was Lola, she was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha, and while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended bar across the crowded floor. They worked from 8 till 4. They were young and they had each other. Who could ask for more at the Copacabana? The hottest spot north of Havana, at the Copacabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Cova. They fell His name was Rico, he wore a diamond. He was escorted to his chair. He saw Lola dancing there, and when she finished, he called her over. But Rico went a bit too far. Tony sailed across the bar, and then the punches flew, and chairs were smashed in two. There was blood and a single gunshot, but just who shot who at the Coma Cabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. At the Coma Cabana, music and passion were always the fashion at the Coma. She lost her love.
I'm so sad that this might be my last time saying this, but thank you, Monkey. Judges, on to you.
I'm stumped on this one.
I never understood the popularity of that song.
Monkey's trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
For some reason. I don't know why.
It's a banger.
It is a tough one. I'm having a hard time. I mean, I think someone mentioned Rose last
Decker's a Barry Manilow fan.
Decker?
He's never missed a performance. I know that. Ever.
That might have to be a huge lead.
Okay, so clue from last week was no casual Friday, so Decker would actually fit that, right? He doesn't, I don't think. Does he? I can't remember.
He usually wears a tie every day.
Yeah. Although on football Fridays, he's got Raven polo and jeans, so maybe that's not Decker. We said Rose last week, or at least some of us did. The Wisconsin Canada thing is throwing me though. I don't suppose that I would ever assume that Mr. Rose was from Canada or from Wisconsin.
So what's weird is when I was listening, I don't know why, but the only voice I heard was Mr. Boker's. And Casual Fridays, he's pretty casual. So Casual Friday doesn't exist because everything's casual.
Oh, that's good. But I heard Boker too, and then I just started discarding it.
I discarded it because I was like, could Boker actually do a video and record the thing and then get it to the right people without asking one of us?
He does have some difficulty connecting to our meetings, so maybe that's a clue.
I was gonna say I was in his office today. We were trying to figure something out. So yeah,
I'm going with Boke though. That's my pick.
Boy, I almost want to listen to it again just because of that comment.
I'd really rather we not listen to that song again if we could.
I agree.
I think I'm going Albin Rose.
I'm with Miss Krynak. I'm going with Albin Rose.
Mr. Decker, just to mix it up. I'm going to go with Mrs. Krynak's hint of him liking that performer.
And to wrap up the final episode, we want to give a special shout out to those who made this show possible and a great success.
Thank you.
So, thank you to Mr. Anderson for creating the amazing graphic.
And thank you, Savannah, for putting your crafty editing skills into our show.
And finally, I'm sorry, judges, the biggest thanks goes out to the teacher who allowed us to all be here today, which is Mr. Morgan.
We greatly appreciate all the effort that was put into the 2020 Math Teacher.
Make sure you all go out and vote. And for one last time, I'm Lexi.
And I'm David.
That's a wrap.